look ahead to the Cardinals? Like how, because I'm sure looking over this game film is going to be tough to watch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some guys have hour rules. I think it's 24 hours, but for me, I'm gonna have to watch it, a couple times. Learn from it. Really digest what happened and how we can be better. And we'll talk to the guys on tomorrow and see what we can do better. And no one's frustrated. It's a long season. We have a lot of good players in the locker room. Starting with number 3, he had a heck of a day today, and keep believing, keep fighting. We'll go get a win next week.
Good. I was just going to go from there with Russell. So when the game is when the game is not at hand and you're trying to find ways, what does Russell say to you guys in the huddle to get these plays going?
Yeah, you can just see it. There's no flinch. Every time we go out in the huddle, we're expecting to go score a touchdown, and I think that's really cool. When you have that high belief to go out there and execute. It's special. It comes from him. His ability to make plays, his ability to scramble. Everyone's live. We just got to go out there and execute.
And talk about, we didn't win the game, but what do you take positive from the game going into the next week game?
I think you can take that last 2-minute drive. We were able to move the ball. We were able to score a couple times in the fourth quarter. I think a couple guys subbed in down on the O-line and played really, really well. That was cool to see. And we needed to make plays. They were there. We just got to maybe not shoot ourselves in the foot, and we can get them early in the first half.
You bring up the shooting yourself in the foot. As a player and as a team, how difficult is it for you guys to shake that? Because we talked a little bit earlier in the show that you've been very un-Seahawk-like.
Yeah,
see the mistakes.
Yeah, that's definitely not us, especially on offense. We have to be ahead of the sticks. I think when we're ahead of the sticks, our offense is really tough to defend. And I think that's kind of one of those learning points that we had today. Tough that we had to learn it the hard way, but we'll be better. We'll learn how we can adjust that. See penalties, anything that happened in the game, we'll take a look. We'll practice it. We'll learn from it.
I just want to ask you one last question before we let you go. Carroll had a shot in the preseason or in the pregame out here to the football to the nose. Was it butterfly stitches, or what was the deal with you? What did you think when you saw him all beat up on the sideline of the game?
Yeah, I actually was back there in training. You see, we had 4 doctors. We get this guy ready to play. But that's kind of cool. I mean, he's our leader. He's the tough SOB, and we're gonna play for him. We're gonna play for us, and we'll hopefully he heals up and be ready for next Sunday.
I want one.
Yeah, no, definitely.
How much?
He's always down around. I think it's going to happen one time, but he's tough.
2 yellow.
He's got a lot of energy. And
I know, I had these before.
You have?
Second grade.
All right, let's know about it, please.
They're good, aren't they? I like them. Like my new favorite.
Whole lot of mistakes, John, and really just all over the playing field. It just seemed like they did not just 1 or 2 things wrong. They did like 5 or 6 things wrong with Seahawks.
Yeah, particularly when you give up points like that. I mean, you make the fumble, you get a touchdown out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you make that 4th and 1, and you give
Oh, shiz, the heat.
things hurt. And then, of course, the opening punt return was bad, too. And so when you're giving up 14 to 21 points, it's hard to overcome. I don't care if you have an advantage at quarterback versus Teddy Bridgewater, which wasn't as big as we thought, because Bridgewater did an okay job, but you just can't give up points. He did the big thing is to win the turnover battle. They lost the turnover battle, and they lost the game.
Yeah, they gave him so many second chances on plays where that they should have been off the field.
Yeah, I would have to think you're right about this. There's going to be 6 or 7 key mistakes. I know Bill Parcells always talks about the hidden yards. Those are the penalties and stuff like that, but also the hidden mistakes that are just so damning right now and tough. And that's the thing, when you give up that many points, it's hard to overcome them, and then you get behind, and then the pressure's on to try to come back, and they just ran out of time.
John, we're not used to seeing Russell Wilson throw the ball over 50 times in a game, but he did that today out here, and over 400 yards passing as well. But a lot of that came late in the game in desperation.
It is, but of course that's one thing. A lot of people saying, particularly the critics at the end of last season, they need to get Russell Wilson more involved. Hey, Russell Wilson does when he has the running game. Now, this game, they didn't have the running game, and of course they had the costly Carson fumble, but the big thing, the more he throws, the tougher it can be, because that's where you either get a mistake or two, or you get him in a position where he's going to get hit, and you don't want him to do that. The one thing is, you can see that he has the ability now, and probably will get the 4,000 yards passing that he had a couple years ago. Well, what happened when he got the 4,000 yards passing? He didn't win as many games. He's scrambling a little bit more. They just got to focus right now, get better pass blocking, and then get the running game.
We saw Disley and Lockett do some good things down the middle of the field. Disley had the late touchdown, of course, but there's some good things happening there. But
it really is. I talked to Will Disley about that, and what it comes down to is that Will, I mean, what he gets on the right side a lot of times, and Russell kind of looks right and looks left. It could be Lockett going to the left, Disley going to the right, and they're moving the chains that way, and that's good because I mean, I was even joking with Will. I said, did you ever think you're going to be in a position to challenge Tyler Lockett for the reception lead in the team and the touchdown lead in the team? But he's doing such a great job because he knows how to work the seam and then get open down the middle and then make the catch. That's important because you saw it last week, particularly with the blitzing that the Steelers had, and then you saw it against a very tough defense with the Saints, and he's able to get open, and that's valuable for Russ because he knows there's two guys that at least he can get the ball to get first downs.
Okay, we know it was pouring at times during this game today. Chris Carson has now fumbled 4 times in the last 3 games. He had the ball punched out during a rainstorm today. Where are we with Chris? Do you think at some point that he's going to have to sit?
Well, you saw a little bit more of C.J. Procise after the mistakes he made, particularly after the fumble. But again, he's too valuable to sit because he's such a good running back. But he's got to clean that up because particularly if it's going to cost you points, I mean, the idea is the running back puts you in a position to win the game. Those fumbles put you in a position to lose the game. He has to clean that up because when Rashad Penny gets healthy, with his hamstring injury, and C.J. Procise now surprisingly being healthy, he could lose some playing time that he needs.
That's good to see Procise, as you said, surprisingly, because he's put a couple of games together now where he's been on the field. Hasn't been on much, but at least he's stayed healthy. Flipping to the defensive side of the ball, I thought K.J. Wright was all over the place, even when he was matched up against a guy like Michael Thomas.
Yeah, he really was. And of course, I mean, did you see toward the end of the game, he ends up getting, his shoulder hurt or something was hurt. And of course, I mean, he's over there and he's so mad at one of the officials' calls that, the trainers are coming over to try to take care of him. And he's kind of, get away from me. I don't want to. And then he actually came back in the field. So you figure that he's going to be okay. But I mean, he was so mad at one of the calls on the field or non-calls in the field that here he was. It's like, I'm not going to get any kind of training right now. I want to sit here and be mad. And he was mad, but he played a great game. But I tell you what, Alvin Kamara is just absolutely incredible. The balance that he has and how tough it is to stop him. And again, this is a tough stretch of all the running backs are taken care of. It was supposed to be the quarterbacks, but look at the running backs, and Kamara is one of the best.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, I think he got most of his yards today, like 69 yards rushing, but most of that seemed to come after contact.
Oh, yeah, and of course, I mean, and it looked like he's down. And we always talked about Steve Largent. I know Lester Hayes used to say he's got Gumby ankles. Well, I don't know if it's Gumby ankles, Gumby knees, or whatever, but the Gumby in Kamara is able to get him to a point where you just can't get him down. Just when he looks like he's going down, he twists and turns and regains his balance and gains more yards.
We'll leave it right there. A little cartoon reference on Clayton's Corner. Throw it back to Chris Egan now for the 12th. Chris?
All right, thank you very much, Paul. I'm looking for Gumby. I don't see Gumby in there. But there you go. There's the latest batch of 12s. The fans have been sending in all day long. Love the cute baby shots. There is never a shortage of shots, but we're always looking for more pictures. Send in your photos with the hashtag 12 or email them to Sharon at king5.com.
Going on a trip, huh?
Yes.
Taking an off-road station wagon.
You know it's an SUV.
I know for a fact your SUV does not suck.
Why is that?
It ain't got that vacuum in the back.
We gotta go.
Vacuum in the back. Hallelujah.
For top quality floors at rock bottom prices, come to Floor & Decor.
You're getting an incredible product for an amazing price, and that's hard to beat.
Hardwoods, laminates, tile, or stone.
Holy smokes, this place is huge. I'm on a budget, and I was able to go to Floor & Decor and save a lot of money.
You will be blown away by this experience.
The pros come here, I come here.
If you love your wallets and you love your home, you have to go to Floor & Decor.
Floor & Decor in Everett and Tukwila.
Some run from the weather, but with the most capable and luxurious SUV in its class, you can run through it. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal. Well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees can lease the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $279 a month.
Can't believe I missed that throw in the third.
Don't worry. I used to miss entire NFL games. I felt really bad about it too, but then I got DirecTV's NFL Sunday ticket. Now I get every live game every Sunday. Whoa! Back to work. TV without every live